All right, I'm going to get right into this one. You can see we got a downtrend. Sorry, it's November 9th, 2022. You can see we had a downtrend all day. This is the way I had my channel drawn. And you can see we had a slight break and looks like a few legs down to a new low. So maybe we'll reverse out of this thing. But a lot of potential trades, not a lot of great trades. Actually, there were quite a few. But anyway, let me stop rambling. 5 o'clock comes in right as we're peaking here, but at that point you're playing it like a range, and you can see it bounces off the midline, then goes lower, and then we come here and we get a second entry short, but unfortunately this one doesn't make a new high, so I had to mark this aggressive, but it is a second entry short off that trend line. But when we find support right here again, you have to be a little cautious. This second entry short sets up very well, and it's pretty low risk. So I marked this red, but I took it on the simulator, and I was a little nervous because of this triple bottom right here. But you can see this trend line is holding prices. So then we get a failure here, but it looks a bit congestive. And then this yellow channel just withers out, and we get this leg of correction. And then you get a first entry, failed second entry long. I think that's a really good setup. We come down here, we bounce, and then you get a failed second entry short, and that's a reversal setup, and that's pretty nice setup. So then we come up here and we find support, and you do get a double test. You could argue for this to be a double test right here off the trend channel. Pretty bullish bar. Then we come up here and we test it again. This is definitely a double test with a good signal bar, so you might take that. But you don't know. You might get another leg down of correction. So these are aggressive. And we come here and you get a failed second entry long, but it's above the EMA, but it's also a second entry short. And I like that we had a break of this channel and a move to a new high. So if you see all that, and really this is pretty close to our trend channel, which you could have had by this point. I think you take this, and really you'd just be playing it like a range at this point, this small range area. So I was just looking for it to come test this low, and it went much further down than that. So, and we come down here, and this looks like a hidden second entry. So I like that just because I marked it red just because of how low risk it is. And if you don't take that, maybe you take this one. That's technically a second entry short. I marked that one aggressive because this kind of looks like chopping, like ranging. This one is a double test, but it also looks like a second entry short, so you might take that. But at that point, it's pretty congestive. And we come down here, and technically this is a failed second entry short, but oh, it's a reversal, but it just doesn't look too good. And prices are just chopping. And we did get a new low from this channel, though, so you might take that. Some people like that. Then this is very congestive stuff. It's like a failure, but then when you get this matching high, and there's room back to the EMA, so you might take this one. But then we get confirmation of the trend channel here, matching low and then a higher low. I think you take that. Then we get this break of the trend channel, and then this like spiking channel down. And we get this double test here, super bearish bar. I like that. Come down here. First entry. This is a failure. This is a pretty good setup. It's just looking like inside bars though, so you might be a little nervous to take that. And we come down here and you get a first entry, second entry, but that's a lot of stem on that bar, so I'm not crazy about that. But if you took it, probably the best move of the day. Okay, so then we come down here, we get a break, two legs down to a new low, and then you can see this reversal pattern here. But at this point, we've been moving down for so long that I think you gotta, and we're well below the lows, I think you gotta stick to the shorts at this point. But it is off this trend channel, so I could understand why some people would take this. But then you can see the uptrend just quickly fizzles out, and then we're moving lower. Come down here. And this is just not really easy to read. No clear channel in here. I don't think you can look for any shorts in here. And then we come to the bottom of the trend channel, and then we bounce. But then when we get this overshoot and lower high with room back to the EMA, and that's technically a second entry short, I like that setup. And then we just get choppiness and congestion into the close. So that's how I saw it today. Hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.